What is good, everybody? So we got a Naruto reaction video, and this one is also a banger. So yes, I know there's been a lot of reaction videos, by the way. Sorry, not sorry. I'm reacting to at least very good content, okay? So, I don't want to hear all the complaining or, whatever the bullshit. Like, hey, we're reacting to some good concept and good videos. Come on now, okay? Like, trust me. It's a whole other thing if I'm making my own video on a topic or concept, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm here too. You know what I mean? Like, and not only that, there's actually a lot of people that really enjoy me reacting to Naruto content, whether if it's Noodles, Swag, Six, Seths, NCHAMMER, Anime World, King Bullet, fucking you name it. Naruto Explained, all kinds of shit, okay? Like, these people have very good content. So, me reacting to it, you know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. Bear with me. Don't give me, for all the haters out there, but for all the people that love it and everything, thank you. You're welcome. And I hope this is just making you beyond happy and just tons of Naruto vibes and happiness and passion and incredibleness. But this video has actually really appealed to me. I went down all his videos and I'm like, all right, I'm going to check out all the videos and look at all the titles. And I'm going to see which one stands out to me the most. There's a lot that did stand out to me, but this one really got to me. Because, in my opinion, there's really not a lot of people. Like, Swag, Kage, and Six kind of did it for a moment. You know what I mean? And I think Seth understands it as well. But he brought this again. This reminded me of, the Swag, Kage, and Six debate against Kabuki and Afro. When they were talking about if Sakura could be able to beat Madara. You know what I mean? End of the Valley Madara. You know what I mean? And whatnot. And it's it's literally to the point where, that was a whole thing, right? And some people lost their minds. Some people are like, oh yeah, it makes sense. There's plenty of feats, evidence, you name it. So then this guy has a video title could Sakura beat ISSHIKI? Which is pretty crazy, right? You're like, ISSHIKI? Now, mind you, I haven't seen Boruto. So I'm hoping to God this man doesn't have, insane spoilers, okay? But, overall, I do know that ISSHIKI is, the big, big bad. You know what I mean? The big deal, the most powerful, the guy is just built different, right? Okay? And, and the video title is Could Sakura Beat ISSHIKI? Now, you guys got to keep this in mind. What makes Sakura so fucking dangerous and powerful is her 100 healings. You know what I mean? If this chick is literally training, obviously, in time, anyone that trains, you get more powerful, okay? It's just natural, you know what I mean? Everything develops and increases, okay? And then imagine her not only increasing in power and scaling higher and higher, okay? And then to a point also applying the 100 seals and then getting a ridiculous massive amp and usage of the amount of chakra that she now can utilize and have at her disposal. She basically is I think the best way to explain this to you guys of what just makes her so fucking powerful and just very dangerous to where she can be able to contend or just immediately speed blitz in one shot so many people in the Narutoverse is literally the fact of her having the 100 seals. And she basically has infinite potential. Kind of similar to the Hulk. Unlimited amount of power, infinite amount of potential, and can basically just continue to climb on levels of power. You know what I mean? Obviously, with the Hulk, of how the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. With Sakura, the more training and the more chakra she is basically absorbing and containing throughout all the years and everything. And then eventually utilizing the 100 seals, which is another amp to it. That gets to that level as well. So, you know what I mean? You can't exactly quantify, but there is ways and hints on how to go about it to, correctly scale and basically, interpret where and how high she could possibly achieve. That is possible, which I'm under the impression he's going to do and deliver. I'm excited to see what his takes are. I'm excited to see what he's going to talk about. There might even be things that I don't even know about with Sakura. I'm just very well aware of all the things she's done in the war arc and altogether overall. So I'm really excited to see this. I already know he's more than likely going to deliver the justice that she deserves. And for all the Sakura haters, for all, all the Sakura fans that, just are dickheads and, oh, it's Sakura or a girl. Nah, there's no way or blah, blah, this and that. You're all unlogical. You're all ignorant. And I don't know. Maybe you're sexist. I don't fucking know, okay? At the end of the day, you gotta give credit when it's due. Sakura is a fucking beast. And this is, in my opinion, a very good topic. Let's get into the video. It's 5 minutes and 48 seconds. Let's see what he basically is going to deliver. And can Sakura beat ISSHIKI? My opinion, yeah. I'd probably say she could. With enough training and years and with 100 ceilings, I'd say so too. So let's get into it. And before we do that, I gotta change my controller. So I do apologize. Okay, now. Oh, you're getting the wrong one. Okay, I got that. Alright, let's get it.
Controversial opinion just of all time, but I legitimately stand on the take that if Sakura trained for a little bit, and a little bit is actually probably many years, she could defeat ISSHIKI in a fight. Before we get into this take and why it's actually not as controversial as you might think, take a second, breathe.
It's really not.
Drop a follow.
Like, I'm telling you right now, it's really fucking not, guys. Like, you can't argue against statements and facts that are literally there to just show the level of power or achievements she could potentially achieve. It's all there. It really is. Like, if you weren't even a YouTuber or a scaler or whatever, all you would have to do is go into Naruto, the manga, the anime, whatever, go over all the stuff with Sakura, and you would clearly be able to understand that she basically has infinite potential. It's not rocket science.
At Noti Bell, we post 3 times a week talking all kinds of anime stuff. I'd love to have you here. So what do I mean that Sakura could beat ISSHIKI in a fight? The man who literally made Naruto need to make an entire new form, Baryon mode. The dude who put him and Sasuke on skates when they fought, and that wasn't even full power ISSHIKI. That was him in Jigen. I understand how insane
I heard about that
this theory may sound, but stick with me here for a second, because I'd like to introduce you to a little thing called Sakura Hiden. Sakura Hiden is probably the least well-known of all of Naruto's light novels, which, by the way, are entirely canon. And in Sakura Hiden, essentially for 3 years after the war arc, Sakura takes time to go and train, not her medical ninjutsu, no, her physical strength abilities and taijutsu. In this novel, we see Sakura achieve speeds, by the way, not in her 100 healings form, of equal or quicker than Might Guy in Night Guy mode. That's 8 gates Might Guy. And for those of you who didn't know already, Sakura is physically stronger than Might Guy already. For those of you who skipped physics, force equals mass times acceleration, which means if you put Sakura's strength on Night Guy's speed, you have an insanely powerful person. But that insanely powerful person, arguably the 3rd strongest person in Konoha and Boruto, isn't even strong enough to beat ISSHIKI. But she could become strong enough to beat ISSHIKI if she simply trained in the 8 gates. Let's back this up. ISSHIKI's strengths are the fact that he can swallow any ninjutsu with his palm, shrink any non-living objects with his eye, and shrink himself. On top of all of that, he's immune to genjutsu. So what does that leave for us? Taijutsu.
That man is fucking crazy. The fuck? How do you fight something like that? Like, wait a minute. If this guy can literally shrink himself, like, what the fuck? Like, Sakura would need to, like, immediately go bloodthirsty for the kill. Because if she gives him one split moment, she's not going to be able to fucking see the guy. You know, like...
Imagine Sakura, who's already as fast as Might Guy in his 8th gate form and stronger than him, acquired her own 8 gates transformation. And now you're saying,
Well, it's 8 gates. She could only use it once, so if she missed, she's screwed, right?
And that's where you'd be wrong. Because you're forgetting. Sakura has 100 healings. Mitotic regeneration. Something that literally splits your own cells into 2 in order to recreate the things that you have lost. With 8 gates and 100 healings, Sakura could not only use 8 gates more than once, she could use it longer than Night Guy. But you're saying,
but Sakura is useless. No way she could train in 8 gates.
And you would also, once again, be horribly wrong, because there is few people in this show with chakra control as good as Sakura's. Kakashi
Absolutely.
said it himself when he said that she was a chakra control master and that she should train in genjutsu because of it. Also,
Yep.
we won't even...
And then not only that, like, you're talking about a guy that also was, like, fucking shitting his pants when he was looking at Kid Rock Lee basically utilizing all 5 gates. And he's like, this is ridiculous. Like, no sheer amount of hard work could ever possibly achieve this level of geniuses, or, you know, or, like, it's just prodigy-wise. You know what I mean? Like, wow. Like, his chakra skills and taijutsu skills are just off the fucking charts. No joke. And Sakura, with her chakra control and all that, and with taijutsu, you name it, yeah, I'm pretty sure if she put her mind to it, she could be able to acquire and learn the gates as well. You know what I mean? Come on now. If Rock Lee can do it, Sakura most definitely could fucking do it.
Talk about how much chakra control medical ninjutsu takes. She is as primed for training in the 8 gates as anyone has been ever. Her strength and physical endurance are probably up there with Rock Lee's to begin with. She has an innate anatomical understanding of the ninja body and chakra networks in order to break said limiters. There is nobody who is more suited to learn it quickly than Sakura.
Absolutely.
Legitimately, the only issue she would run into is if Ishiki shrunk himself, which is an issue that both Naruto and Sasuke ran into, of course. And the real kicker about Ishiki shrinking himself is that he blocks out his chakra output so sensory type ninjas can't find him. Because Naruto, we know, is an incredible sensory type ninja and wasn't able to track him. So what does that leave Sakura to do? I don't know. Punch mountains apart with her fists? What, is shrinking gonna stop him from the hail of actual stone that is coming towards him? I'm not saying that Sakura is guaranteed to win this fight, because if we're being real, there's no way in hell Kishimoto would ever write that happening. She can't write women, especially Sakura. I'm just saying that she stands a very good chance. And I guess you could go...
I'm gonna be honest. I did not even expect him to go this route. Now, remind you, I've had this in my head. Even Swag Kage has done a video of how powerful Sakura be with the 8 gates. And it was a good video. I feel like it could have been a lot better, and someone needs to do, you know, deliver more justice with it. But Swag Kage even thought of the concept, and it's genius. If anything, she can most definitely have the biggest amount of potential and capability to utilize and master all the 8 gates. Okay? And with just how powerful she is, how fast she is in base, and then on top of it with the 100 healings, just making her built on a whole other fucking level. Okay? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she would be a monster with the gates. But see, hear me out with this, guys. She doesn't even really need to go that route either. And remind you, I can do a whole separate video, you know what I mean? Like, on how powerful Sakura is, or Sakura has infinite potential. You know what I mean? Or can Sakura beat anyone? You know what I mean? I can most definitely do my own video on that, and I can elaborate and actually go over the feats and statements and all the evidence to why I'm basically saying all that stuff. But what you guys got to remember, when Sakura, was fighting and utilizing the 100, healing, seal and whatnot, you're talking about a chick that was literally competing and keeping up with KCM 6 Path's Sage Mode Naruto, and Rinnegan 6 Path Sasuke, which is ridiculous alone, and was also had more chakra, than a 6 Path Sage Mode KCM Shadow Clone. In-fucking-sane, Obito literally states it and says, nah, she has more chakra, more powerful, I need her instead in order to get Sasuke back and rescue him. Just in-fucking-sane. And this chick is not only, giving her chakra to Obito and, like, healing him and taking care of him, but literally helping him open dimensions created by Kaguya, and using a shit ton of freaking chakra, and literally open up these portals or keeping them open and looking for Sasuke, which is in-fucking-sane, So she has ridiculous levels of chakra and stamina, very fucking powerful, and while doing all that stuff, fighting in the war arc, you know what I mean, fighting against Jubi Madara, fighting against or helping Obito with all the dimension stuff and everything, rescuing Sasuke, and then she was also able to literally, I kid you not, which is in fucking insane, to speed blitz Kaguya. And mind you, we're talking about Kage, who's more powerful than Yubi Madara, okay? Has Sage Mode Sensory abilities and everything, precognition, the Byakugan and everything. And she was still able to get above her and come down and punch her in the goddamn head, okay? And she couldn't move or anything and whatnot. And there's plenty of evidence to support that and show what happened. And it damages her. That's the craziest thing. Not only was faster and moved fast enough to blitz her, but damaged her. An Otsutsuki level threat, Kaguya. So then imagine, okay, Sakura training, right? Just training for, years go by, whatever, developing herself, gathering all the chakra she needs, and whatnot. And the next thing you know, let's say 10 years go by, whatever. Or better yet, let's say while she's doing all that, Ishiki come, he's kind of fucking everybody up and yada yada, and then Naruto dies, right? Naruto dies. Sasuke dies, okay? And shit's really hitting the fan. Oh no, what do we do? Sakura goes into hiding and thinks she needs to train even more, gather more chakra, and you name it. Comes back out, goes into the 100 ceilings, kills Ishiki. Why? Because the amount of fucking chakra that she's acquired and gathered over time, and the ridiculous amount of amp that the 100 healings does with regeneration and being able to heal and recover from any wounds, and just being so goddamn powerful. Not only in base, but with that alone, with having access to all that chakra, which we all know, the more chakra you have, the faster and more powerful you are. Okay, yes, I most definitely, and you can most definitely argue, she could be able to have enough power to defeat Ishiki and just one-shot him or beat his ass, okay? Now obviously if we're talking about Gates of Sakura, and you know what I mean, with her potential and everything and power and years of training and then the 100 ceilings, yeah, come on, bro. Like, that's not even fair. Like, I don't even want to think of the thought of 8th Gate Sakura or 7th Gate Sakura with 100 ceilings. It's just disgusting to me. So, overall, he did an incredible job, and I am glad he brought up the Gates route. I actually just thought he was going to go more in detail with the statements and the feats that Sakura did in the work and all that to kind of go along the same initiative that I just elaborated on. That's what I was expecting, but he didn't. But it's okay. It's fine. This was cool too. And at the end of the day, I don't disagree. And if you guys do, you know what I mean? Like, bro, hop in that Discord and let's go. Because I'm telling you right now, if you can't understand what we're talking about, what we're saying here, come on now. You know what I mean? Like, Swag understands, Six understands, a shit ton of the Naruto community can understand. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, you're just being stupid at that point. So, but anyways, let's finish this video.
Go the other way and say that Rock Lee with 100 healings would also stand a very good chance because Taijutsu is the way, except I'd say Sakura has a much better chance of learning the 8 gates than Rock Lee does the 100 healings. If I haven't made you guys too mad and you still like my face and the sound of my voice, guys, go ahead and drop a follow and hit that noti bell. And if you really like the sound of my voice and the look of my face, go ahead and follow me on my other socials, NCHAMMER on Twitch and Nick C Comedy on TikTok, guys. I'm not saying Sakura's the way, but I'm not saying
Alrighty, guys, that was a good video. I enjoyed it. In my deadass, I really did enjoy that. So, great video. Overall, I was really impressed with it. We would definitely be covering him more for future references and for the videos that I will be releasing on a daily basis while I'm gone and still on vacation. And for all you guys that kind of want to follow what's going on and everything, and whatnot, make sure to keep up with my Twitter. I'll be posting pictures and, keeping up with tweets and you name it and keeping the vibes going, keeping it alive on my Twitter side of things. Better than that, guys, that's basically it. And if you guys don't know what my Twitter is, the same exact name as my YouTube. I'll even put it in the link in the description down below as well. So, but that's going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below if you think Sakura actually does have infinite potential and be able to basically beat anyone in the Narutoverse as long as she's given the right amount of training, and time, and obviously with her 100 ceilings, with the amount of chakra she can gather with that. You know what I mean? And obviously with the gates, that's a whole other thing. Let me know what you think. You know, do you think that's a cap? You know, like hell no, whatever. Do you think it's absolutely like not possible remotely at all for her to be able to beat Ishiki? And overall, yeah, that's just kind of that. So comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe for more content. Subscribe you guys to the channel. And out of all the female characters, let me know who's your favorite. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.